So Figma finally joined the game and expands the MCP. So right now we can use the MCP like a real human. I am really glad they're trying to keep up with the early competitors, new AI agentic design tools like Paper or Pencil. I have a full video breakdown and a review of Paper and how it works. I have more than 8 years of experience of product design, and last couple of years I work as a product design engineer, mostly with AI, building stuff, founding a lot of tools, products, and so on. So I know what I'm talking about. And finally, Figma joined this game. I waited for this so long. So the best, most popular design tool finally expanded and built normal MCP server for agentic usage. And in this video, we will fast test everything. And here is the plan. First, we will build a style guide and design system. Second, we will improve existing design frames, legacy design in Figma. So I know a lot of company and people we have a lot of legacy design, we have a lot of templates and stuff like this, so we will improve it. And third, we will build an app screens from scratch, and we will do all of it with Claude Code, with the best coding agent in the world, the best model, and we will see how it will handle everything with just plain English without using any, Figma interface tips, just everything real fast with Claude Code, and see how it will go, because we finally have this MCP server. So before we start building anything, let me quickly walk you through what's actually changed, what's new, and what makes this update of MCP server really great thing. And because there is a lot of noise around it all over the internet, a lot of hype right now, and people are missing a lot of things and try to overcomplicate it. So to explain it really quick and in an easier understandable way, I use my favorite Claude feature called visualizer. You just prompt show me and it's draw for you some schemes. So before this update, all that we could do is to ask agent, our Claude Code here, to read from Figma. Like we can send it link to our designs in Figma and ask to build it in code or explain something or so on. We could only read information from Figma, and that's all. So right now with this update, it's starting to work in both directions. Like right now, you can ask the agent to design something in Figma, and it's will be able to use components, your design tokens, draw some wireframes, type text in Figma, and so on. Before this update, there was only one way. It's to build design with code, like in HTML and CSS in browser, and then from site to Figma transferred. And it was awful. I did some presentation with this style. I tried to test it several times. It's didn't work. But right now we can do it directly from agent to Figma, and here are some useful user flows examples how you can use it. For example, you have a project, your code base, you can ask Claude to design some new updates in Figma, so you can experiment, build several versions of some feature in Figma and improve it. You want to add some option in your navigation, you don't know where and how to do it, you ask Claude to design 5 variants in Figma and it will do it. And then in Figma you can customize, play with styles and so on. There could be endless possibilities, so you can prompt build me something, then agent will build it in Figma from scratch or improve some designs and so on. It's exactly what we will test today, all these new capabilities with design system building, using your component tokens and so on, with editing existing design and building designs from scratch. So let's move on to the practical first step and build this style guide. And also one really important thing that all the people, all the hype forget to mention, it's limitations. For example, here Claude explained to me that we have token limit and we can't forget about it, that you have a 25,000 token limits per request. So you can't just ask build a full page, and it will not do it. Also, you have rate limits. On a free plan, you have 6 calls a month. You can call MCP only 6 times. It's almost nothing. On a pro plan, I'm using pro plan a lot. It has 200 calls per day. I never reached this limit. So you can consider and remember that you have these limitations. It means that if you want to build an app design or improve, you can just ask build me the full app with 20 screen. It will overlap your context window, MCP context window in Figma, which is 25,000 tokens. It's really small. Your context window in Claude Code, 1 million. In Figma, MCP for one call, it's 25,000. So it means that you need to decompose everything. You need to bring and separate all your MCP call into Figma in a really small pieces, like you need to break everything into small components, like you can see here, navigation bar, card component, form input, and you need to go slowly with really small simple iteration and build up with it. And it sounds like a big pain in the ass, but we'll see. We'll test it out right now. So I have Figma test file on the left. I open my Claude Code agent on the right. And right now, let's go and take some website. I went to the Landbook site, found some colorful example of landing page, something like this. We can see here some colors, and I will give Claude Code this website as a reference and ask it to build a style guide, maybe with some components, typography, color variables, tokens, maybe spacings, and so on, from this website. I will give a really general, simple prompt, and we'll see what it will build in Figma from scratch, from first shot, from one prompt, and it will give us a full understanding. So I give it link, Command L hotkey for taking link for section in Figma. So I gave it a prompt, asked it to build it with several parallel team of agents, remind it about context window, and that we have a limitation of 25,000 tokens per MCP call. So it's need to call it several times, and I ask it to build a plan and then execute. So let's see how it will go. So right now we can see that it understand and plan everything and launch four parallel agents here, and it start creating thing in Figma. We see some color palette appear here in the left. Okay, now it overlaps with typography, another block. I think it's because the agent works in parallel, because they can do it in one call, and parallel agents launch several parallel calls of MCP, and because of this they kind of conflicting with each other, but it's a minor issue. You can move it then after they finished manually. And right now it looks pretty nice, I'm impressed. It's my first look. It's just this update was released maybe an hour ago, and I just immediately jumped to filming this video. And I even skipped my several work calls with my team, with my colleagues. They will be they will be okay without me, I think, and started testing this thing. Okay, the style guide is complete. Color palette, typography, spacing and layout, components. Okay, let's see. Let's check if it's real. No, it's just an after layout. It's not real components. Unfortunately, but okay. And this thing too, but after layouts are great. We have spacings, everything equals 8. Okay, 8 grid pixel. It's also nice. I didn't tell it about it. Navigation a little bit spacing is misaligned here. We can see it's definitely need more spacing, but if we will, okay, it's responsive. We can move. It's really nice thing. We can definitely work with it and expand. And here with overlapping things, we can just border radius 9 and 16. Let's check it out if it's really 9. Yeah, it's 9. If it's really 16, yeah, it's 16. So it's can follow instructions really clearly. So what if I want to increase this corner radius from 16, for example, to 24? Will it be able to do it? I select a rectangle right now in my style guide with 16 corner radius number. Can you increase it to 24 pixels corner radius? Let's see if it will able to increase this corner radius to 24 pixels. It's not. Yeah, it's not. So it can't. I think you need to give it a link. It's can't know what you are selecting right now. It's a big issue because in pencil or in paper, your agent knows what you are selecting. So you can select something and just ask the agent to fix it, to fix some parameters and so on. It's a big minus here for Figma. But except of it, we can have colors. Yeah, it's not variables. Okay, we have variables. Why they don't attached to the file? Let's ask it if it could attach these variables to the rectangle examples. Okay, done. All 15 colors, swatch rectangles. Okay. Yeah, it's worked. It fixed it. Really nice. It's really nice. Yeah, we can work with it. I think in several prompts moving forward, back and forth, fixing, we can build a really decent style guide to design system for our app and then use it as a doc, as a style guide for developing and making a design. I think we will use it later in the video when we will build a full app. So right now we are moving to the fixing an existing design. So when I tested Pencil, we found this chat web app UI kit. We exported to Pencil from here and then added a context menu feature, asked it to design, and it's did really great. If you didn't watch it, I will put link in the description and somewhere in this video you can watch it. So and then compare. So let's right now ask it here to design directly from Claude into Figma with Figma MCP to build a new menu feature. I paste a link to the design into Claude here at the bottom. I can watch it. And yeah, let's dictate our prompt. So yeah, I pasted my prompt. Once again, a YOLO goofy prompt. I just dictated into Claude Code, and we'll see what it will be able to build. I also want to point that here I have a bypass all permissions mode. I'm in YOLO mode in Claude Code, so it don't ask any permissions because we just obviously testing. I don't have any keys or anything dangerous that it can break or something. So for just experiment as and faster video in educational purposes, I use this YOLO bypass all permissions mode, but I want to warn you that it's really dangerous and you need to use it really carefully. Okay, it tells me that context menu feature is complete, but I can't see where. Okay, it's created in a first page for some reason. Context menu feature, here's the section. We have, okay, I found it. Why it's created it here? It's really interesting because I gave it a link to the proper page. Maybe it can't navigate the Figma file with different pages. Why? What? Why it's like this? But okay, what is this? Hover action bar, some components, some really strange icons. But I hope this is okay. Context menu. Okay, icons. We always can reference and point maybe some icons library to use. Maybe it's fixable, maybe it's not. And here are some fast reactions, and that's it. It just built two components and not a feature on the design. So it's 1000 times worse than in Pencil. I'm really disappointed right now. I had so high hopes for this tool, but it's it takes so long that it's getting dark outside, and I had so much hopes for this, and all that I get it's really goofy icons and just a component. In Pencil, I gave it a worse prompt. It was a nice experience. So I watch my parallel agents designing in real time. It was a really delightful experience, even waiting. Here, I don't have anything. I just need to, I don't know, entertain myself. And after I waited for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or so. All that I get, it's this, the same Claude Code with the same plan in Pencil, and here we have so different result. Okay, it's our second test, and let's move on to the final test of creating the app screens from scratch. Okay, let's move on to the final stage, and I even will start a new session. I type my script. I have some advanced Claude Code setup. When I type CR, except of Claude Code, I have several versions of and regimes of using Claude Code. When I type CR, I immediately went into bypass permissions mode, and it's loaded some skills on the start for bad working. Maybe in future videos I will show how I built it, but right now let's ask it to build for us, for example, a messenger app with a login screen, a list of chat screen, and an example chat screen where we have a conversation, P2P chat conversation. We'll ask it to use this style guide. So let's get a link to the style guide, paste it here, and ask it to build a messenger app, 3 screens of the messenger app for us. So I described everything in the prompt, pasted, and now we need just to wait and see what it will give us in the end. So right now I answered some clarified questions like what will be my primary color, because we have several in our style guide. Then in parallel, some research messenger app UX agents completed their research. It asked me about a messenger name, about login screen logic, like what authentication method should the app use, and so on. So it's really understand what it's doing. It's Claude Code, so it's obviously the best model, the best agent, and didn't expect less from it. Now it's propose several approach A clean minimal recommended, approach B bold brand premium desk. Let's just use what it's recommended for us. Okay, use approach A, and it's doing it because I have some additional skills and really advanced Claude Code setup. Here I have my favorite brainstorming skill from Superpowers library. Now it's propose some approach for first login screen. Let's just move on here because we just obviously want to see how it will able to build it in Figma. We don't really care right now a lot about some small details and tweaks and enhancements. We want to test how it will work with MCP. So after about 10 minutes, because here's a session for 6 minutes, we created a plan. Here with subagent we start to developing right now, and we can see that it start designed. We have 7 tasks and 7 agents. Let's wait and see what it will build for us and design. Okay, it finished all 4 screens, and let's look at it. Let's examine what it built. And we see here a pretty decent login screen. We could remember that it can't don't have any icons, so we don't connect it any libraries of icons and so on. And MCP also don't have right now an option to work with images. So yeah, let's start with a login. Yeah, pretty decent, you know, all well aligned. Here we don't have any auto layouts, and also spacing 7 pixels. It's not great. It should be 8. Here we have 23 when it should be 24 if we're talking about great UI design and some basic principles. Here we have 24. Okay, here we can add our logo, and that's all. That's all. Here we even don't have a link for services and privacy. Code. Okay, pretty decent code screen, even with active state, but we don't have a keyboard here. We also don't connect any native components. Maybe if you will build some infrastructure and skills around your agent, give access to some native components like tab bars, nav bars, keyboards, tab bars, and so on, it's of course will do a better job. We should remember that it's a first shot, and for the first shot, it's definitely not bad. It's something, and it's already built it in Figma. And here we also don't have after layouts. Here we have a rectangle. It's not great. For better use, we need to do something like this. It should be after layout with background and number, and color should be a variable, because we obviously have this variable of called of white, and it's built it wrong. Here we have unaligned text in this thing. Okay, and it's once again rectangle. Yeah, it's something, but it's really unfinished. You need to fix icons, alignment. You need to fix if you want to continue designing it, you need to fix a lot of stuff. And maybe as a beginning, as an inspiration or something, it's could possibly work, but you also need to put a lot of work afterwards. And yeah, right now I see pencil and the paper and other tool like this much more capable of building a design with AI agents. Figma, you can see right now all by your eyes. It can do things, and if you will put a lot of time and effort, maybe with skills, agents, and connect everything, it will do better. I think it's all right, but I expected much more from Figma, because Figma, it's a biggest design tool. They have a lot of money, a lot of resources, much more than Pencil or Paper or other startups with no money and resources. And these startups built much better tool with much more capabilities. It works much better and so on. You can do a lot of things with better design even. And then Figma, which is really late. They had much more time for building this, and they did this. So yeah, I hope you liked this review and you learned for yourself some useful tricks and techniques of how to use Figma. In my opinion, it's all right if they will continue grow, and if you will build an infrastructure, scale it. I think it will work, but if you just fresh starting out and you are vibe coder or indie hacker who want to design better app or improve design of their vibe coded app or something like this, I will not recommend you to use Figma if you're not a designer. If you're a designer who lives in Figma and get used for it as I am, then yeah, Figma is better option for you. If not, then use pencil or paper or other AI agent native tools. They work much better and will do much faster and better work for you. So yeah, in future maybe I will film videos with improving skills and agents in Figma, and film as second or third chapter of designing things with improved connected icons and different capabilities. And I also plan to film some comparison videos, and here I also share my experience of building stuff and so on. So follow to stay tuned and learn more about building stuff. If you are a creator, an indie hacker, and you want to learn and build better product, if you want to think like a designer and build like a machine, so yeah, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.